So when Spider-Man No Way Home came out,
Yeah.
I wanted to see it day one.
Yeah.
Everyone I knew who's a Marvel person was busy.
Oh yeah.
And so,
that sucks.
I know.
Yeah.
So one of my best friends is in town, and he's watched nothing, like nada. He's not a movie guy at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, Sam, I need to see this movie. Like, can you please come with me?
Yeah.
He had no idea. He has no idea who Doctor Strange is.
Oh.
He barely knows the new Spider-Man, and then 2 other Spider-Man are coming in. I'm jumping on my seat the moment Andrew Garfield comes on screen. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes! And he's like looking at me. He's like, what just happened?
He's like, huh?
And I'm like, okay, so there's Spider-Man, there's another Spider-Man, and then right after I'm trying to explain it to him, another Spider-Man comes in.
The
Toby.
OG. Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't explain this. Like, I appreciate you and I love you being here.
Yeah.
No way I can tell you.
You're
what's
just on
going
your
right
phone
now.
sending him a couple links to different movies and videos. You're like, you just need to watch this later. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
everyone lost their minds. Like when Andrew Garfield popped in, I remember sitting next to my friend. I was like, dude, Toby's gonna come. Like, it has to happen. Yeah.
And like,
And then he
okay,
popped
I love Toby. Like, he's the OG.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, the godfather of Spider-Man. He's
Right.
obviously my first Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I have to say Andrew Garfield's just my favorite. Like, he's the
Mhm.
one like I click with.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
like he's that one. He's like my Spider-Man.
Somebody's been a bad listener.
I'm so happy you know
Dude,
that quote.
yes. Oh yeah. Yes. And his relationship, like with who is it? Who plays
Emma Stone.
Emma
Stacy.
Stone,
Yeah,
Gwen
yeah.
Stacy. Like, to go from the Tobey Maguire, MJ stuff, like the 3 movies, like, because I didn't know any different, I didn't realize. But on the rewatch, I was like, whoa, they're so toxic.
Yeah.
But then, like, the Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, I was like, oh, this is love.
This is love.
I hope they have a good long life together.
Yeah.
And then they didn't.
And then they didn't.
Which sucked. But then they tied it back in at the No Way Home, and he got to save Zendaya, and it was like,
It was
you
like a
good?
heartwarming
Yeah,
moment.
I'm okay. Yeah. I was like,
Have
nice.
you ever seen the like concept stuff they had for the Amazing Spider-Man 3?
Oh no, I can only imagine how cool. Is he Venom?
So-
or what do they do?
They didn't fully jump into it being confirmed as Venom, but
Yeah.
they basically, Sinister Six.
Oh yeah, because that was
Multiverse.
in
'cause
the
they were
end
setting
of
up for it.
yeah,
They had
yeah.
all the Oscorp crap,
Yeah.
and then it was like, okay, they're building this team, and it's like biomechanical
Yeah,
suits, and
yeah.
like, so it was gonna be that, and then obviously, Peter being a little, darkened from the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
They actually had a deleted scene in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 where after Gwen dies, he's holding her on the
Yeah.
clock tower.
Yeah.
Goblin wakes up and he looks down and he starts laughing at him, and like he webs up and just like starts like going.
Oh.
But they ended up cutting it because
Oh,
it was
yeah,
too
it was
dark.
too much.
But like I think that was gonna allude to
Oh.
a black suit coming.
Yes.
And then the
Wow, that'd be
Spider-Verse was going to start there. And so Emma Stone was going to return as Spider-Gwen.
Oh.
But at that time, Peter already met MJ and moved on, and they had an MJ cast.
Oh.
Yeah. So they had like some cool
Oh
stuff
man.
lined up.
Why didn't it happen?
I mean, like some people are saying like, obviously Marvel and Sony, like Sony was like, okay, they're about to buy the rights. It makes more sense to cash out and get the money than make this 3rd movie and
I
just
see.
give them Spider-Man. Other people say like Andrew showed up to like some red carpet, like intoxicated.
Oh.
But I'm like, I don't think that's enough. to
Andrew
cancel
Garfield?
Spider-Man 3.
He's like
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, like I love him. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like also that weird thing where like Chris Evans, like as Captain America, like in the movies he's very like but apparently in real life
He's,
he's
like,
like this
goofy.
frat boy, like goofy guy where
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. So you never know who's really behind the mask.
Yeah.
Superhero shit right there.
Superhero shit right there.
But yeah, that could happen. That
I-
always
I-
happens in Hollywood. sort of.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I obviously I don't know for sure, but I kind of lean more towards the idea that a big company went for money rather than gave
Yeah.
the fans what they want.
Yeah.
Historically speaking, that's usually what
That's
happens.
usually what goes
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
That's so true.
But then
Dang.
yeah, so 3 was gonna be Sinister Six, like Goblin, like
Oh,
leading them and everything. Spider-Gwen somehow tying into it.
That would have been
Oh,
so
and then
cool.
also Catwoman.
Or
what-
Black Cat? you
Yeah,
mean?
sorry, Black Cat,
Yeah,
yeah.
it gets all mixed up.
Yeah.
The same. It's like
there's a cat.
not to
involved.
like nerd alert. Actually, it's
no,
Black
you're so
Cat.
right. You're so right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blame that on I'm tired from boxing.
Oh, fair. Okay, that's fair. We'll give you that. We'll give you one.
I had my first liver punch today, and I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
liver punch.
yeah. So if you get punched, so I didn't know this.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I've been boxing. Well, I guess I did know it, but I've
Yeah.
never had it, so I
Yeah.
never understood.
Uh-huh.
But so if you get punched in the liver, it's like your Windows, dun, 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 And so like you'll just like freeze, fall over, and like forget how to breathe.
Oh God.
And so that was like a interesting moment because
Yeah.
I didn't know that that's what happened. I just thought, I'm like, am I dying right now?
This is it.
Yeah. And then I like
Dying in Ralph's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that where you do boxing? I don't know. I watched a couple guys fighting at Ralph's the other day.
No. It's at for those who have heart. It's a boxing gym in North Hollywood. Actually,
cool.
like 10 minutes from here.
Nice.
And really great gym. And I just do it for fun. I'm
Nice.
not a professional.
Okay, yeah.
Far too small.
One day we'll be jacked.
Yeah.
And we'll play Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm like I'll be who's the brown Peter Parker and
Oh, the Spider-Verse?
Oh,
he was cool. I don't remember his name though.
I feel like a terrible nerd for not knowing.
It's okay.
Damn.
He was cool though. I see him.
He's
He's right there.
I hear him too.
Yep.
I hear him.
Yep.
What can you do?
What can you do? Not say his name, I guess. But you got liver punched.
Yeah. Oh,
dang.
That I had never experienced before.
Because like
shut
down. You like
yeah,
window
like
shut down.
You hit it and you just like you feel your body just it's like you begin to fall over and you can't stop it. Like you have no access to your feet, like any like control. And like he got me on an exhale too, so I couldn't breathe in. So I'm like, I can't breathe and I'm falling over.
Holy shit.
And I was like, oh, so that was surreal. But you know what? I'm like, I'm okay. It's
You're
like,
all right?
It was like a learning moment.
Yeah.
And like I went in, like it has been like a busy past bit, so I haven't gotten to box much.
Yeah.
I woke up with the intent of like, I'm going in there, I'm doing 2 classes straight, I'm going hard.
Yeah.
Went through both of them, and then actually it was at the end of the second one, I was like, let's do another round.
Yeah.
We did an open body spar. And then this guy's like a giant. He's like,
oh God.
He's literally like 6'3".
Oh jeez.
And I'm more like 6'4".
Okay.
Yeah.
Scary.
And me and my best friend, he also boxes with me. We literally dubbed him Killer Croc. Yeah. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. He's huge, but then he moves like lightning.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Like the physics on this man do not make sense. Yeah.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall, or faster they hit your liver.
The faster they make me
fall.
fall.
Yeah. The faster you make me fall. Dang. So how long did it take for you to get back up?
It was probably like I had to like so basically I got hit and we have like mats on the side and I just like went over, leaned on it, and I was like try to breathe, and like he was there, he's like just fall to your knees. I was like and I was there for like maybe like 15-20 seconds before I was able to like I was like, okay.
Oh gosh, wow.
But it was a weird experience.
Yeah.
Because I've been boxing for like 2 years and not once has that happened. I've been hit before. I got like possibly my nose broken.
Oh damn.
But I didn't know. I was just like, I probably should have gotten it checked, but you know, like healthcare.
Yeah, it's expensive out here. Yeah. Like,
it's I'm just gonna bleed a bunch and then like take a nap. Probably not the right thing to do,
do you get concussed when you break your nose? Probably.
No, not necessarily. I have been concussed. Lightly, like a light one. And then, that
that's
one,
nice of
like,
him. A little nice light concussion.
I was like,
was
that
right. Boxing too, or was that okay?
Yeah. And then that was rough. Like, ooh, because like when you're concussed, have you ever had a concussion?
No, I mean I've watched Alvin the Chipmunks, but I don't really know. I don't even know what actually it really is.
It's like so you get hit and like basically like the science behind it is like your brain literally hits like the wall of your skull, and then there's like a bruise, possible contusion, then like you have sensitivity to light, to sound, you shouldn't exercise. It technically can give you long-term brain damage.
Dang.
Yeah, like if you get multiple, like that's why a lot of football players get dementia.
Wow.
Is and Alzheimer's. I don't know about Alzheimer's. I don't know, dementia for sure. I'm not a doctor. But I know that much. But that having concussions can lead to like future brain problems like that.
Oh dang. Okay, good to know.
And the more concussions you have, the more susceptible you are to more.
Sounds this is just like a alcohol thing.
And
it's just like you could do some crazy shit. You might get like a bruise. You're gonna do more of it the more you get it, you know. I mean, that's just basically drinking alcohol. It's basically that's why. Okay, but you got a concussion, hit the liver, a broken nose.
It might have just been like a fracture.
And you do this for fun?
I do. Okay,
or it's exercise.
Here's the real reason I do it. People always ask me. They're like, okay, Jay, you box. Like, do you do it because you have like anger? Do you do it because like you?
Who you pissed at?
Fighting. Like, I'm a foodie.
Huh?
I do it so I can eat whatever I want. Yeah,
Oh.
that was the
Okay.
intent going in. Of
Yeah.
course, what I eat changed since, but like going in, I was like, look, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
not have fried chicken
Yeah.
and like pie with ice cream and like
Right.
all this stuff. Like I'm
Yeah.
a big foodie.
Right.
You put me on you know this. You
Yeah,
put me
yeah.
on set,
Yeah.
I go to Crafty and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, what do we got going over
What's
here?
going on? Cheez-Its?
Yeah, I'm like,
Mm.
I'll already have everything memorized. I'm
Okay.
like, I need to memorize what's on the table
Yeah,
so I know
yeah.
what I'm gonna eat first and second and third.
Yeah. Nice. That is the best response I've ever heard. It's
Yeah,
like,
like
I
that was
need to work
genuine.
out so I can eat more what I
Yeah,
want.
when
Yeah.
when I
When I
was
want.
young, I had a crazy metabolism. I was stuck at like 125 pounds at this
Nice.
height,
Yeah.
like 5'11".
Yeah.
And I was like unaffected by anything I ate. I could have like a tub of ice cream. I could like I
Nice.
tracked my diet like even back then.
Yeah.
So there were days I had like 4,400 up to 5,000 calories a
Whoa.
day. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like what you eat when you're in the Arctic. You're just like trying to survive. You just gotta eat.
Well, okay.
But that was you at like 13.
That
just-
was me. That was me at the Cheesecake Factory.
Hell
'Cause
yeah.
I would get my meal, and then
Yeah.
like I see other people's meal. I'm a
Yeah.
foodie. I'm like, I
Yeah.
gotta try a little bit of that, a little bit
Yep.
of that. I get my own cheesecake, and
Mm.
I'm like, I don't want to miss out.
Yeah.
So sometimes I get 2 slices of cheesecake.
As you should.
And then my brother at the time, like he would get his slice. He would eat half.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't need more than that. He's not a foodie.
Oh, okay.
So then I'd eat his. And then my mom, like same thing. She would eat half her cheesecake. I'm
Yeah.
like, bring it on over. So
Come
I would.
on, come here.
I think that was the day I got like 5,400 calories.
Whoa, that's
Shout out to
awesome.
Cheesecake Factory.
Shout out to Cheesecake, providing the calories.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I had like a hard time putting on weight.
Yeah.
So I would eat whatever I want whenever I want.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until I started doing judo and like kickboxing in
Yeah.
university that I started being able to pile on weight.
Oh,
because
yeah.
like meal plan and university food.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
then my body changed because like when you do a martial arts, like a lot of it is planting, grapples, throws. So like I put on muscle, which was good.
Yeah.
And then admittedly, COVID fell off a little bit.
We all did.
Yeah,
It's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good weight became not so good weight.
Yep. Yep.
But then basically I started boxing, and then like in 8 months I lost 25 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then so I was like, okay, so this is good for me. And I was
Yeah.
at the time I was still keeping my diet the same, but I was losing weight.
Mhm.
And then I started doing brand work for like food companies.
Oh, nice.
And it's like all green, clean, healthy food brands.
Yeah.
So, and obviously I get stuff.
Yeah.
So then what I snacked on started to change, but it didn't feel like I was giving anything up. Like a lot of people are like, oh, to lose weight,
Yeah.
you have to like make hard decisions, this and that.
Yeah.
And like I get like a protein drink, 45 calories, 10 grams of protein, and I know I need protein, and they taste like lemonade. So I'm
Hey.
like, okay, I'll have that.
Yeah.
And because it's protein, even though it's just a drink, it fills you up.
Yeah.
And so normally when I would have like Doritos or Cheetos or nuggets, something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that, I was having that stuff, and I didn't even notice that I wasn't having that stuff because I was full.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like I had those cravings.
Yeah.
And then like slowly your body also forgets your body actually learns how everything affects it. So I
Yeah.
used to stay up late, but if you stay up late, you're gonna be groggy. You're groggy, you get punched in the face. So you stop staying up late.
Yeah. Yeah.
You eat fried chicken the night before, which I would do.
Yeah.
Next morning, you feel heavy.
Yeah,
You're not moving fast enough. You don't slip fast enough, you're getting punched in the face.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
strange how such a simple concept of getting punched in the face makes you change how you sleep, how you eat, like a lot of habits.
Dude, you are a superhero then. You got punched in the face. You're like, I can do better.
Yeah. No,
Wow.
it gives you a discipline
Yeah.
because you feel everything a lot more. Like if you're eating food and sitting down watching TV all day,
Yeah.
you're not going to really notice how your body feels because
Yeah.
you're sitting, there's no consequence.
Yeah.
But if you're out, if you're hiking, if you're even on set, like know if you eat the wrong food, you're going to feel lethargic. When it
Yeah.
comes time to shoot, you're like, dude, I'm tired now.
Yeah.
I need to have another coffee. I'm up late in the
Ah,
morning.
the
So
repeat.
everything
Yeah.
kind of domino effects.
Yeah,
Everything
wow.
connects. And it's like, such a small thing, but
Yeah.
it goes a really, really long way.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
huge actually, and I've never really thought about it that way. But yeah, it's the cause and effect of everything.
Yeah.
You're kind of doing yourself a favor in the future by being better yesterday.
Yeah.
Put that on a Hallmark card and send
I-
it to your friend. Yeah.
I actually watched a podcast
Uh-huh.
and they said something along those lines. They said, your day doesn't start in the morning. It starts when you go to sleep the night before
Oh,
because how you set yourself up for the morning is going
Yeah.
to determine your entire day.
yeah.
So if you wake up feeling a lack, like, oh, I didn't sleep enough, that's
Yeah.
gonna affect like, okay, what am I gonna do? What's my effort gonna be?
Yeah.
And it's like that was something that stuck with me.
Yeah. No, that's huge. That's awesome. Actually, I'm probably gonna incorporate that. I was thinking about having fried chicken tonight, but now I've got to change it up. But that's all right.
Yeah,
That's all
well,
right.
I also I'm practical.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to be an absolute if you have a goal, like if you're
Sure.
trying to get a six pack, if you're gonna be fighting at a main
Right.
event, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. Probably have a strict goal, but I'm very realistic. I'm very relaxed. Like if I have fried chicken once in a while, like
Yeah.
once in a while,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna beat myself up. I'm like, okay, realistically, if you're boxing twice a day, if you're like hiking, doing your 10K steps,
Yeah.
like you're allowed to do that.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
body
yeah.
can handle it.
Yeah.
Just be mindful of getting the other things in too, the
Yeah.
greens, the vitamins, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
True. Dang.
Yeah.
I'm learning shit. That's awesome. I love that.
I think that's the most of a health nut I've been.
Hey, that's good. Yeah. Because some people go the extreme and you start to lose like anything what they're saying. They're saying bigger words than I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, dude, you lost me.
Yeah.
But that makes total practical sense.
Yeah.
So.
I try to be realistic with
Yeah.
it. I also, just try to, have a good balance.
Yeah.
Everything in moderation, like if
Yeah.
you're eating your healthy stuff, if you're also having a little fun. Because say like, I don't know, Snoop Dogg's like, I'm having a pop-up cheesecakes. I'm there.
Yeah. What's
There's
up?
no way I'm going to say no to Snoop Dogg doing a cheesecake.
I wouldn't know what to do if I saw Snoop Dogg doing a cheesecake.
Go really, really hungry.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Well, yeah, we met. Welcome, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a little bit of a lot. But thank you, Jay, for being on.
Yeah.
We met by coincidence. Like, I was trying to figure out the exact date, but it was last year. We were on a vertical set.
Yeah.
And we were probably perusing the snacks. But
we
were doing. I don't even remember what the vertical was, but we were both two newscasters. If I remember right.
Yeah.
We were trying to get a word in or
we
something.
Were the paparazzi.
Yeah.
We were hanging out by the snacks in that corner.
Yeah, and we were just like our role was like we were supposed to be taking pictures and getting like bits from some billionaire guy coming in.
Like a scandal.
Yeah. And we were we were just supposed to be yelling stuff. I just remember being like, just losing all words.
One more thing.
Literally
holding a mic.
One more thing. Yeah, but it was fun, and I met you. I was like, oh, this guy loves Marvel. This guy's grounded. Cool.
Yeah.
But but you've done a lot of verticals since, probably. Yeah.
I want to say I've done north of 40 or 50 verticals.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, a lot of verticals.
Yeah, a lot of, and so some people might not know what verticals are, but can you give like a short explanation?
I like this one explanation I got. Verticals are the modern day soap operas. Yeah. So basically they're shot for the to be watched on the phone. And they're 1 minute episodes. All of them designed to end that 1 minute on a big cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And they're very over the top. Very over the top. Often very sexual.
Yes.
Yeah. Extremely sexual energy. Often about werewolves, but not limited to either werewolves, vampires,
alphas of the werewolf.
Yep.
Yes.
Billionaires. Yeah.
Billionaire CEO werewolf.
Billionaire
alpha male.
CEO. Billionaire homeless guy.
Yes.
Billionaire ex-husband.
Yeah, I saw the whole homeless guy trope thing. I'm like, that's a category?
That's a category now.
It's like, that's crazy. There's so many. Well, I do a game. If you're down, I do with people that do verticals. It's called Real Vertical or Nah. I'm going to give a title of a vertical, and you're going to tell me if it's real or fake.
Okay.
There's about 10 of them, I think. 10 or 11 of them.
Okay.
You only have to get one right to win the whole game. Okay?
Okay.
It's huge.
This is going to be a genuine game because, like I've said, I've been on that many verticals. I've seen 0.
You've seen 0?
Yeah.
You got to know what you're getting into. That's actually impressive.
I treat it like a fire and forget. Yeah. I'm like, because there's so many platforms too.
Oh, yeah.
There's Real Short, there's Drama Box, there's now they have Max Shorts. So
HBO Max?
Max has Max Shorts.
Holy shit.
And then I heard, I don't know if it happened yet or not, but I heard Netflix is getting one.
Oh my God. That's going to be
crazy. They are
crazy.
the new up and up. And
do you think we're going to get like the CEO billionaire ones on all the other streaming platforms?
I want to hope they have something original.
But probably not.
Yeah, who knows? Well, I mean, think about it, because they have more licensing.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll be like, okay, we're going to have, like how they have a TV Spider-Man show, the animated one, and obviously the MCU. Maybe they'll be like, we're going to have a vertical one.
Yeah.
High budgets, productions, higher budgets,
Yeah.
productions. Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? We'll
Possible. Yeah.
Well, some of these titles may be the new verticals coming out on Netflix.
Okay.
We'll
Okay.
see.
Let's see.
Let's do it. All right, first one. Lusting for the hot new preacher.
Okay, I would say that's real.
That is real.
Okay, let's go.
That is real. I saw the front cover. I was like, yep, that looks like everything that says it would be.
Yeah. That sounds very in line with the vertical world. Okay.
Forbidden Crush. A taste of my brother-in-law.
See, I'm actually gonna say no.
Why are you saying that?
It's like it's in the right line, but
Mhm.
it's almost too on the nose, despite them all being on the nose.
Yeah. Well, it is real.
Well,
dang it.
I'm only disappointed in myself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, go check it out after and be like, oh yeah, this is real.
Yeah.
We got another Forbidden Love one.
Okay.
Forbidden Love, cuffed to my parole officer.
Shit. Okay. See, now that does sound like it could be real, but it also sounds. Oh man. Maybe it's like a trick one. I'm like, okay, 3 real ones in a row.
Yeah.
But that actually sounds like it would be so real. I feel like I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna say it's real, just because like that genuinely sounds like something they would have. Yeah.
Well, it's not.
Yeah.
Shit!
I knew it. But I was.
But you went for it, and that's what counts.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, next one. Oops, I lied about sex with my stepbrother.
That sounds more like a black and orange title. So I'm gonna say not real.
That is real.
Dog.
It's on the trending right now too.
Trending.
I don't know what people are going through.
Oh my god, yeah. People, yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
What do people watch?
Well, all of this apparently.
Oh, okay.
Ugly Cinderella and her hobo billionaire.
I'm gonna say no, because they usually don't cast the ugly people as the good guy. It'll be like yeah,
they do like
it'll be like a steaming hot person, and then they'll be like, yeah, I'm a gardener, and it's like, okay,
all right, sure, yeah.
Your makeup's already done, and
yeah,
and everything,
like Megan Fox, just running through Transformers, everything's completely fine.
Exactly.
Like, okay, that checks out.
They'll have like a car accident and be like, come out and be like, yeah,
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Well, that one is real.
Jesus, are all these real? Damn it.
I know.
Wait, say the title again. I need a.
Yeah, this one's a great one. Ugly Cinderella and her hobo billionaire, because all of that made perfect sense.
Yeah. I like how they have the adjectives in there like that, like it's not like like Peter Pan and like
the Seven Dwarves or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm watching
Peter Pan and kids.
And kids.
I don't remember the full name actually.
Peter Pan and
in Wonderland.
His Right Hook. That's a boxing movie.
That's what I. Well, actually, what did I? Nope, that was Left Hook.
Left Hook. Is that what got you today? Yeah. Sorry, not to bring that up again.
Oh no, it's okay.
Don't cry. Don't do it. All right, we got a few more left. This one's called Stepdad by Day, Daddy at Night.
That's real.
That one's not real.
Fuck! You gotta be shitting me.
Do you think that one could be real though? You think that would be
real? It's gonna be real. You know what?
I wrote that title, so maybe I could write it and make it.
If someone watches this podcast literally 2 years from now, they're gonna be like, "Wait, that is real. What's that guy talking about?"
Dude, true. Actually,
yeah, they're gonna be like, "Damn, that host really made that guy like you just shat on him."
It's right here. It's on Drama Box.
Everyone's gonna come and be like, "You're the ultimate gaslighter." Like, what are you talking about? That's
what are you talking about? Well, at the time of this filming, that is not real.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
I don't know for sure.
It could honestly. That could be in the deep archive. I just didn't see it.
It's like in the editing right now.
They're like, oh shit, that's pretty good.
So the actual like producers, writers, everything are like watching this podcast as they're editing it. They're like, we're changing the title just to say fuck that guy, Jay. Yeah, they're like,
all right, this next one, Legally Sexy and Mr. Ice Cold.
Nah. Legally? Okay, wait. How can you legally be sexy? I guess
legally be sexy. Yeah, I don't know. That's a crazy title.
Yeah, that's a crazy title. But I mean, the files just came out. So
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You go to the island.
Yeah.
Legally sexy.
Legally sexy, by
legally
the way.
Sexy.
Yeah. Huh.
I just like snorkeling. Yeah, that one's real. I don't know who Mr. Ice Cold is.
Yeah, what does that mean?
The guy on the
the whole
cover.
point of these titles is being very straightforward. Ugly Cinderella, hobo CEO.
Yeah.
What ice?
Mr. Ice Cold.
Yeah,
I don't
Mr.
know.
Ice Cold.
Because I was expecting him to look like Pitbull or something, but no, he's just like this blonde-haired white dude. And I was like,
Mr.
what
Ice
about this
Cold.
guy is ice cold?
Like maybe if his personality was, I don't know, like John Wick or something, just
Yeah.
like very stoic, you know. Yeah, or if there's literally Mr. Freeze.
Oh, you're legally sexy. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Weird shit going on. Let's see.
But it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. It's
Uh-huh.
like, you are legally sexy, and I want you. Oh,
Bad girl, you're hot legally.
Robin, you're not.
Is that the one with the nips?
Yeah,
bat nips?
yeah.
Yeah.
Good old bat nips era.
Good old bat nips.
Okay. Hot take though. Hot
Mhm.
take. I feel like if you gave George Clooney a good costume and a good modern script, he
Mhm.
would be a good older Batman. Like
Yeah.
even like mentor level Batman.
Yeah, well,
like,
wasn't he at the end of Flash?
he was, but obviously that was like
Spoiler alert.
a 3-second
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. I don't think it's a spoiler. It's been out long.
It's been out long enough. I don't
Also,
know if anyone
hot
saw it.
take again. I'm gonna get so much
Don't
gas
say
for
it.
this.
Don't say it. I don't know what you're about to say. Don't say it. Are you about to say you like the Flash?
I enjoyed it.
Oh my
I
god!
enjoyed it.
I didn't even watch it. I just watched the first 5 minutes and saw like he was putting babies in microwaves.
Okay. Terrible intro.
Yeah.
But okay. Am I allowed to get sentimental?
Yeah. Can we
Okay,
finish this
okay.
game really quick?
Oh,
though,
yeah,
and
okay,
then
let's
we'll talk
finish-
about the Flash.
Finish the game and we'll
Yeah.
circle back to the Flash.
Okay. Pucked by my brother's rival.
Okay, that sounds like it could actually be real.
That's real.
Yes. Okay.
Hockey. You got it.
Yeah. Because I was like, okay. And even if not hockey, that sounds like pucked,
yeah.
you know? Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Last one. Billionaire bozo bimbo. A Christy Gnome husband fanfic.
A what?
Christy Gnome husband.
What does that mean?
You see the news?
No.
Okay, well you got some some
I got
fun
some
news
catching
to
up
look
to do?
up. Yeah.
Do you want to catch me up, or is it something I have to do off?
It'd be funnier if you do it off and you don't know what it is yet.
Okay.
But do you think that one's real?
So if it was in the news, I want to say no.
You're right.
Yes.
It's not real.
Uh.
Dude, you got at least one right.
I got 3.
Yeah,
3.
I think it was 30.
30%. All right.
That's
it's like my
huge.
average algebra test back
Yeah,
in the day.
yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's not an easy game because it could be anything.
It could be.
It could be literally.
And some of these,
anything.
I literally want to put money on. If I had money to put on it, are
Yeah.
going to be real.
I think Stepdad by Day, Daddy by Night will definitely be a real one.
Yeah.
And I think we should write it.
I would.
I
be
think
down.
we
I
could
think
write
we
it,
could-
make some money off of it.
I actually know someone who is in the vertical world.
Yeah.
Cool guy. You would really like him.
Yeah.
He's a dope dude, and he
Nice.
started shooting his own vertical.
Oh,
and he just
shit.
does a collab style, gets actors together,
Yeah.
and does shit.
Does he? Is it like a whole production? Like what? Like a
Like he does
normal,
like production.
yeah.
Like it's literally like he gets a bunch of people together, and he's like, "Look, we're all collaborating. We're all gonna bring stuff together. We're all gonna just make stuff happen."
Yeah.
And it's like more of a comedy,
Yeah.
and like they just keep adding to it.
Okay,
and
fun.
adding to it, cycling people in.
'Cause, yeah, I love when like it's like satire kind of stuff.
It's
but people
satire, and
realizing
it's like
what it is. Yeah.
you know, like an actual vertical actor, you know, connecting with other vertical actors, being like, let's make a vertical.
Yeah.
And like he's like open ad libs and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and I'm like, I want to do it. Like he's
Yeah,
a cool guy.
that's
I gotta,
cool.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
connect us all. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do it. Okay, so tell me why Flash was a good movie.
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna say it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's a sentimental movie.
Okay.
So, in 2024, my mom passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
But it was around the time this movie came out. I'm not sure. Like you said, you only watched the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know the story of Flash and like
Yeah.
with his mom.
So
and
the
stuff. Yeah.
way they tackle it and like okay. So first off, Ezra Miller. I'm separating the performance he did
Yeah,
from
the guy.
the performances he did
yeah.
outside of the Flash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Shall we
yeah.
say?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll call it that. Yeah.
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 Kidnappings,
Yeah,
legally.
yeah. Legally
beautiful,
kidnapping.
Yeah. Okay, so separating that, I
Yeah.
actually think the performance he did with himself,
Yeah.
like he was two
Two
different
Flash,
Barry
yeah.
Allens. And I would say that dynamic, like they were two very, very different people.
That's
like
cool.
I would actually say intro, I agree.
Mhm.
CGI, terrible.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff there, cheesy.
Yeah.
The moments with Batman, we'll take that.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll take a little,
we
we'll
like
take a little
Batman.
Michael Keaton a little bit. Yeah.
Grappling,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
kicking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, intro aside, I thought he did a really good performance, especially considering he's doing that performance with himself. They are two people who feel like two very different people.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the conversations he has, because even I look at myself and like the me when I had a mom versus the me afterwards, they are very, very real conversations that you would have with yourself.
Yeah.
And some of the feelings that they show him going through, you know, like with regards to, you know, like that moment and like what if things would be different, and then the impact of, are you okay with me spoiling stuff, by the way?
Oh yeah, that's totally fine.
Totally spoiling.
Yeah, that's totally that's fine. Yeah.
Bruce has like one of the best like Bruce Wayne moments ever.
Why? What?
And it's the Flash talking about like, you know, like I could go back and fix things.
Yeah.
And then he says something along the lines of like, the scars you have, they make you who you are. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah.
And I'm obviously not doing it full justice, but what he said there really shows like how he views himself as Batman, but also great wisdom he passes on to people who go through something that he went through.
Yeah.
So I love that because I'm a huge Batman fan.
Yeah.
So I was like, thank God, like I wanted to see the solo Ben Affleck movie. I wanted to see him versus Deathstroke.
Cool. Oh.
Yeah. So I would like that moment, like I was like, wow, we got a gem of him as Bruce Wayne, which I think we really needed.
Yeah.
And the whole movie, outside of that intro scene, really does Loss really good justice.
That's cool.
Like some of the feelings we go through, some of the thoughts we go through, and like the ending scene. Oh, dude. Like I'll be honest, I straight up cried.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
And I've only cried like during like 3 or 4 movies in my entire life.
Which ones? Do you remember?
Okay, I want to say Interstellar.
Yes.
The scene where he's like watching
Merv,
all of the.
No, let me leave, Merv.
It,
that way?
it wasn't that scene.
What scene was
For
it?
me, it was the moment he's in front of the screen, watching his daughter grow up before his eyes, and he starts like laughing because it's like, oh, it's my daughter, and then he starts crying because he realized he missed all of it, and I was like, fuck.
Shit. Yeah.
Fuck. Like that hurt. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, because I was pretty young at the time, and like I never thought about that, and like, you know, because I'm the kid.
Yeah.
But thinking about it for once from a parent's perspective, because when you're a kid, you think about your life as a kid, and you're trying to connect with the kid, but then it's like, wow,
and
like
then
imagine
the kid's gone.
your whole kid's life growing up in front of you, and you couldn't be a part of any of it.
Dang, I fully agree with watching that scene for the first time. I was like, whoa,
yeah,
I'd never seen anything like that.
Yeah,
you know?
like I didn't expect it either. Because in my head, I thought Interstellar was just like a space movie. I'm like, oh hell yeah, like Star Trek, Star Wars, like, let's do it. I'm like, why am I crying now? Yeah.
What is this? And not to go full nerd film guy, but apparently they did that in one take.
Really?
Yeah, apparently Matthew McConaughey was like, I can do it. And then he did it. Full take, one take. It was that.
I mean, he's incredible.
Yeah, and
he's a legend.
He's the best. Yeah, he's the best. But and then they apparently did a second take, and then Christopher Nolan was like, I think we got it.
We already,
which is so crazy to think that was the first take. But yeah, that scene is crazy. What other movies?
Okay, so that was one. Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Return of the King.
Yes.
The scene at the Grey Havens where he tells him that, you know, like everything's saved, but not for me.
Yeah.
And that he's leaving, and like, you know, all of them like are crying and whatnot, and Gandalf's like, I won't say don't cry, for not all tears are an evil. I was like, that hurt me so much as a kid. So I saw Return of the King in theaters 9 times as a kid.
Dang.
9 times.
When did that come out?
I want to say,
like 2000, early
like
2000s?
04, 05?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I loved it. Like all of the Lord of the Rings we went and saw in theaters. And like, dude, honestly, again, shout out my mom
Yeah,
for
yeah.
going that many
Oh,
times.
yeah.
Like if I were a parent, I'd be
9
like,
times.
stop playing. I guess I gotta
Yeah.
wait for DVD.
They stopped playing it. Yeah, we went too many times. It
Yeah,
ran
yeah. I
out.
was like,
yeah.
oh yeah, it's out of the theaters now. We have to wait for
Yeah.
DVD. I would like. I
Yeah.
hope I don't, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
at the time, that's what I would have done. But yeah, she was just
Oh,
like,
man.
yeah, okay.
That's a good mom.
That's a
right
good
there.
mom. Yeah, no, she's great.
Mm.
Yeah.
Dang, but yeah, dude, that scene always got me because I didn't even realize it really when I was a kid. I think my parents stopped the movie before that happened because of how much it like impacted them. They were like, "This kid, he needs to wait a little bit longer before we get to the scene of Frodo leaving." And I remember just being a little older and watching. I was like, "Dude, I don't remember this at all.
Yeah.
What is happening? Frodo's
No,
going."
that happened to me with the Titanic. So they would play it at the part that boat starts sinking.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the whole movie.
Yeah.
And then as an adult, like I watched the full Titanic and I was like,
Huh?
I didn't know this is.
There's jewelry.
Yeah, there was jewelry.
What? This is a heist movie? Yeah, dude. Did you cry to Titanic?
No, I didn't cry at Titanic.
Okay, I was
no,
sick.
it's just like relating to the movie being cut off.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, for me, I just thought it was like an action horror.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I had no idea that it was a love story. I had no.
Yeah.
Like as a kid, I didn't even know what boobies were.
Hell yeah.
I was like, I watched it. And I was like, what?
I want to be French.
Yeah,
you
like,
know?
I want to paint.
Whoa, I could do that. I'll do any of that. But dude, yeah, the first time I watched Titanic, I was in a theater. I was in high school. They did like a re-release, and my girlfriend at the time really wanted to see it. Maybe it was in college. I don't remember. It was just it was college. But I was sitting there, and it was pretty much just us. And then the back row was all these girls from high school, and just they were like giggling all the whole time. And then when things were going down, you could hear them starting to get a little more ramped up. And then when Leo was on the door, they were like scream bawling their eyes out.
Yeah.
I was like, guys,
Man.
you need to chill out. They were just scream bawling. And I was just sitting there like, dude, this is insane. Like, yeah, he's dying. But it completely ruined it for me because I was like, damn, that's sad. And then immediately like scream. And I'm like, okay. There's
a fine line between needing excitement in a theater.
Yeah.
Not enough,
Yeah.
killjoy.
Yeah.
Too much, sucks.
I
had a the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
I saw Endgame.
Oh yeah.
Great theater, beautiful. It's in NorCal at a theater. You're not gonna actually. Who knows? Maybe you'll know. It's called Santana Row, and it's this beautiful area.
Yeah.
What's it comparable to here? I would say maybe Larchmont.
Okay.
You know, that like little strip. Everything's nice. Everything's cool.
Yeah.
It's like that, and so they got a beautiful movie theater.
Yeah.
Prom. Nobody there made any noise. when fucking Captain America summoned Mjolnir, I jumped out of my seat and I was like, no way! Yes! I was the only one. Whole theater was dead quiet.
Damn.
During his like little whoop ass he gave
crazy.
Thanos, I was cheering. Dead quiet.
Did you go opening night or they were that
dead
quiet?
Quiet.
Like
it's
DC
like,
fans?
Yeah, I don't know. That must have been
fucked up.
Okay. I was so disappointed with that experience.
Oh,
I saw it a second time at a theater in like a less bougie part of town.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was like cheering. Everyone, and I was like, "This is how it should have been."
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was my
I almost
experience.
feel like if you go to too nice of a theater, people feel like, "Oh yes,
yes, we're going to the movies tonight." Yes.
But then, like a little bit of rowdiness is welcome.
Oh yeah,
a little bit. You know, like there's like I said, fine line.
There's a fine line. I think the chicken jockey era was a little too much. The Endgame era, perfect.
Perfect.
It was
perfect. Yeah.
It was perfect. Dang.
It was perfect.
I want to ask you: is there a time, or let me restart? When does time feel fast for you?
Oof. Okay. Either when things are really good or really stressful, and I'm gonna say it's because it forces you to be in the moment. Yeah. So if things are really good, if you're with friends, if you're laughing, if you're out doing something you haven't done before, and you're just engaged, like even like boxing, like it's stressful, but when you're fully engaged, that's when you forget about the clock.
Yeah.
Yep. If you're not engaged, you're thinking about what am I gonna do next? When does this end?
Mm-hmm.
Like some jobs are like that.
Yeah.
Some conversations are like that. Yeah, I'll be at the superstore sometime, and I'm like, yep. I just want my Cheez-Its, buddy.
Yep. I don't want to be here. I don't know what you're talking to me about. I don't need to know about your divorce.
But I feel like when you're really connected with the moment, that's when time disappears.
And would you say boxing is kind of your flow state, or
I
what?
think I have multiple. I would say like you know, like when I'm with really good friends, when I'm eating good food,
Yes.
when I'm
Yeah.
boxing for sure,
Yeah.
when I'm having fun on set.
Yeah.
Like people will be like, "Oh, that was an 8-hour set," and I'll be like, "I felt like
Oh, really?
2 hours."
Yeah.
Like an hour and a
Yeah.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I would say those are some great moments. Good drives. I really like. I'm a car guy. So like those like night drives back. You know, the highways are empty.
Yeah.
The music is hitting right. I just went to that Kanye concert.
Oh yeah.
I went to
Is that
that.
the one where he was like freaking out about like the lights or something, and he was like, "Turn those off."
Yeah.
I think I saw a clip of him like yelling about it. He's like, "What is this, SNL or something?"
Yeah, no, okay. I was skeptical going in. I was
Yeah.
very skeptical going in
Yeah.
because I almost saw him once before when I was in university, and it was actually right by my university.
Yeah.
And I was gonna buy tickets. I was like this close. I was this close, and I was like, I need to save money, and I didn't. And I was kicking myself that night.
Yeah.
What happened was he went out. He showed up 2 hours late. Came on stage, ranted about Trump for like 10 to 20 minutes and left. He didn't perform.
What?
Nobody got refunded.
Oh.
Yeah. And I would like, you broke university kid. I would have been pissed. But I was like, thank God. Because like that was the time where he was like trying to be Trump's best friend and endorsing him and all of that. And I was like, dude, if I pay, I don't even remember how much it was now, but
really,
that
like,
would have killed me. And then so someone I know really wanted to go see him.
Yeah.
And she was like, let's go see him.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I knew it would mean a lot to her. So I was like, all right, let's do it. And like it ended up being, I gotta say, a pretty
It was a pretty crazy
show.
concert.
It was pretty phenomenal.
Did he say anything crazy?
Actually, no. Like he had like a speech, and he was like, hug the person next to you. If you love them, like let them know, and like, you know, like hold on to the people you love.
That's good.
And like it was like very wholesome, came from the heart. He was talking about, you know, no matter what you go through life, you can come back from it. Just like follow love and stuff like that. And I was like, it was like a really genuine, like 80,000 people. You look around, the entire stadium was full, and everyone was hugging everyone.
Oh, good.
And everyone was like singing along. Like it was.
Because he's had some crazy takes.
No. He's for sure had some crazy takes.
Some interesting take. I mean, I will say I did see today that he put out a list of the people that betrayed him. Did you see that?
Yeah, Curious George was on that
Curious
list.
George, Patrick Star.
Yeah, I was like, what? Like,
Harriet Tubman. I'm like, how does that happen?
So on one hand, I would like again, kind of like Ezra Miller's situation, separating the art from the artist.
Yeah, you gotta do that a lot these days.
Yeah. Especially with lists coming out. But yeah, no, like they're like genuinely, I felt like it was a good performance and it was very wholesome, which caught me off guard. Like very
a little
wholesome.
shocking. You're like, I did not expect that from you.
Yeah. I was
tweets,
like, wow,
dude.
like he's really a wild card.
Yeah,
genuinely.
You literally have no idea what's gonna come out.
Yeah,
but which sucks because you're like, dang, because I listened to his music and you're like, dang, that's good. Let's not look at what he said about this and that.
Like if I get caught singing it, I'm like, I like the music.
Yeah.
I'm a good person.
All of the lights. I mean, I was like, I just turning lights on. I like lights. I like lights a lot.
Lights are a good thing. Stronger, you know, like whatever doesn't kill you. You know, shot to the liver. You know, yeah. Boxing. Stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything comes full circle.
Yes, it's true. All right. Well, another question. What has been one of your greatest teachers in life?
Like actual people?
It could be, or it could be a lesson, or it could be some experience you had.
I have so many answers. Shoot. Am I allowed to say multiple or
do whatever?
Okay. So honestly, when I think greatest teachers, the first person who comes to mind is actually my best friend. Yeah. Well, one of my best friends. His name's Sam. We met in middle school.
Yeah.
And like he was like kind of the first person that I started having genuine deep conversations and opening up emotionally to.
Yeah.
Like with regards to like how things at school make me feel, how people make me feel, home situations, stuff like that. Like it was to give you context, like I was like a bit of like the school goofball. I was just like always be telling jokes and everything.
The class clown.
And so like, you know, I would, you know, just kind of do that and like not I definitely had friends, but not friends like that.
Mhm.
And then one day, I don't even know what was going on that day, and I was walking through our high school quad,
Yeah.
and like something was bugging me, but nobody could really tell because
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But he was able to somehow, like he kind of saw through it, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?" And I like I almost kept walking. He was like, "No, like seriously,
Yeah.
how are you doing?" And like it's like at
Mm.
that point, like I said, I have no idea what I was going through. But it was that soft spot of like feeling really bad and being willing to talk to anyone,
Mhm.
but also right before shutting out completely and
Yeah.
not talking to anyone.
Yeah.
So he like for whatever divine intervention found me
Mhm.
at that point, and he was like, "No, like what's going on?"
Mm.
And like I knew of him, but we weren't like close. And like I started talking about it and like, really opened up, and I sat there the whole lunch and we
Yeah.
talked. And then the next day I was walking through that same part of the quad, and he stopped me again. And like we had another conversation, and like we eventually just made that like our regular thing. He would tell me, like ask me about like what he thinks of like certain things because he wouldn't party.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's a professional soccer player now,
Oh,
and
dang.
he had his heart set on it back then. So he wouldn't drink, he wouldn't party,
Yeah.
but people would make fun of him, or just kind of not necessarily make fun of him per se, but kind of make him feel conscious of that.
Yeah.
Kind of that outsider
Yeah.
feel for not joining in. And so he would like talk to me and be like, "So like what do you think of that?" And I'm like, "No, like I don't think you need to do that." And like I would party a little bit, and so like I would tell him, I'm like,
Mhm.
like I go, like I like socializing, I like doing this, but I know you prefer deeper conversations, and I feel like you would feel like that's a waste of your time, or whatever I said at the time,
Mhm.
something along those lines. And so we would just talk about life every day, and like have it be genuine, have it be deep, have it be
Mhm.
connecting, rather than just small talk, which
Yeah.
is what a lot of high school
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so it was like the first friend that I feel like I really connected with. And out of that friendship came my other two best friends, because because he taught me how to be vulnerable, open up, and connect with someone. It led me to making two other best friends, which all four of us are still best friends to
Oh,
this day,
wow.
like 14 years later.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
So that is one of my biggest teachers. And that's like when we talk on set, the
Mhm.
reason why I like to be vulnerable, and like, as you know, like on set, some people can be fake.
Yep.
The reason
Yeah.
why I just like cut the bullshit, and I'm like, let's
Mhm.
have a genuine conversation. Let's be vulnerable. Let's talk. Let's be who we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is like, I feel like that lesson really set me up. I'm like, look, if I start with bullshit, it's gonna end with bullshit. I have to do bullshit to get through conversation.
Dang.
But if you're real from the get-go, you'll never have to do that.
Yeah.
'Cause
If
you'll
I start
already
with bullshit, I end with bullshit. It's
Yeah,
true.
because if
Yeah.
if I met you and I wasn't myself and I was a bullshitter, and then we try to hang out, every time we hang out, I have to keep that bullshit up.
Yeah.
But if I'm just me from the get-go, then you know who I am, I know who you are,
Yeah.
and then we know, okay, we don't waste anyone's time, and then
Dang.
the connection is genuine.
That's so true.
Yeah, you don't have to put an effort in to see someone. When you see them, it's like, okay, you know who I am, you know me through my different moods.
Mm.
We accept each other,
Wow.
and then you know what to expect. You can trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I would say he is a really good teacher. I would say love. Okay, that sounds so cheesy, but I'm gonna say it.
Love. Dude,
I'm gonna
the
say
whole moral of Interstellar was like love. So it's
That's
alright.
true,
If
yeah.
Christopher Nolan can do it, we can
yeah,
do it.
okay. I would genuinely say love has been a really big teacher back then and very recently.
Ooh, let's talk about it. Or not.
Yeah, okay. Well, I want to start by saying, like, love is your biggest teacher because it teaches you parts of yourself that you don't even know, because you can't find it in any other emotion. You can't find it in any other feeling, right? Like, if you know yourself angry and you know yourself sad, you know yourself happy, none of those quite translate to how it feels when you love someone, and the feelings that come from loving someone, and how you behave. So when you love, you learn about your behavior, you learn about other sides of you that you might not expect. Like, how much are you willing to compromise? How much are you willing to learn about someone? How much are you, willing to take on if it hurts? Because like, if you're, like in pain from something in like regular life, you're like, oh, I'm not going to do that, right? Like, something statics you, you're like, I'm not going to touch that plug. You eat a food, it makes you barf. You're like, okay, I can't eat that food. Boxing's the exception. You get punched in the face, you're like, I'll do that.
I'll do it again. Yeah.
I guess
I'll
boxing.
eat better now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like the one thing that you're like, okay, you'll learn to endure more. How much are you willing to endure? You know, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
How much are you willing to learn to care? How much are you willing to improve yourself to meet a standard? How much are you willing to fall?
Mhm.
You know, like, because we all kind of want to stand on our own ground. We love having a foundation. We love stability. But then, you know, when you meet the right person, that kind of makes the ground fall from beneath you, and suddenly
Yeah.
you're like, ooh, I don't know.
Yeah. What is
Those standards I thought
Yeah.
were, you know, unbreakable are
Yeah.
suddenly, you know, pulled from beneath you. So
Yeah.
I would say love is a really big one.
Mhm.
I would also say, I would say loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, naturally. I kind of coming back to that one again.
Yeah.
I think I think it's true, you know, like I've obviously mentioned it a couple times already. But it really does show you how, in a similar line to love, obviously it's connected to love,
Yeah.
how much you can feel in terms of loss and hurt.
Mhm.
And it's a big teacher, because on one hand, you want to collapse, you want to break down, you want to, you know, fall.
Mhm.
But then there's that love
Mhm.
of, you know, like they wouldn't want that. They'd want to see you thrive and do what you want to do. And
Mhm.
that's actually around the time that I just kind of shaped up.
Yeah.
So, you know, like we all kind of go through life thinking, you know, like everything we dream, everything we plan for is coming.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
we think like, oh, I'm gonna book the big roles, you know, I'm gonna, you know, get the studio booked out, you know, like I'm gonna get into good shape. But there's not necessarily a sense of urgency.
Mhm.
And then when my mom passed away, it kind of hit me. I'm like, you know, like, oh man, like there's all this stuff that I wanted done and I wanted to show her and, you know,
Yeah.
experience with her and have her see. And it was kind of like I could break now, or I could become the person that I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then, honestly, okay, coming back to Ben Affleck, there's a quote. There's literally a Batman quote, yeah, where he
Yeah.
said, "I failed him in life. I'm not gonna fail him in death."
Whoa.
You remember that quote?
Whoa.
So that's how much of
Dang.
a Batman fan I am.
Which Batman said that?
So that's Ben Affleck Batman. That
Dang,
was
okay, that's Ben Affleck Batman.
Man of Steel. Or
Oh,
sorry, I'm
do
a
you
fool. I'm a
bleed?
fool. Batman versus Superman.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and
He said that. Yeah. He's like, your name is Martha too, or yeah, Martha's Martha.
oh,
That's
actually, wait. Maybe was it the Snyder cut of Justice League? It was
Mm.
either the ending of Batman v Superman, or that. I feel.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah. Oh my god. I can't.
That's such a great Batman. Like
Great line.
that's like
Yeah.
part of his core, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like what genuinely how I felt it.
Yeah.
So like there was a part of me that wanted to be depressed.
Yeah.
And like definitely was a little bit depressed for sure. And I'm grateful because I had like best friends who would kind of take me and make me go to the gym.
Mm.
And this is gonna sound funny. This is a little bit of a tangent again.
Mm.
I'm sorry for going on so many tangents.
No, it's fine. This is the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. So it was weird because obviously depression is not great.
Yeah.
But in a way, it is the only reason I got to that point.
Mm.
So because everything stopped bringing me joy, I was like able to get it together.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to game a lot. Gaming didn't bring me joy.
Mm-hmm.
So then I stopped gaming. And I spent a lot of time doing it. Like there's nothing wrong with gaming, but everything in moderation.
Yeah.
And I would eat unhealthy, as I said before, but it stopped bringing me joy.
Yeah.
Like cookies, cakes, this and that. So in my head, it was like, okay, well, if it doesn't bring me happiness, I may as well eat something that I'm supposed to eat. So literally, I would eat healthier, and I would not push myself at the gym before this.
Mm.
And my friends would drag me every morning, make me go. Shout out to them for that. Literally. So I would not push myself.
Yeah. And
I would go and I'd be like, well, I'm hurting anyway. What's a little more?
Yeah.
And so I'd be able to push myself a little more. And then that gymming with them, that is actually those two best friends got me into boxing.
Mm.
And so they made me go to that. And I was like, depressed, so I wasn't gonna fight anything. They're like, "We're taking you boxing." I'm like, I'm going boxing, fine. Yeah, they literally just made
Yeah.
like they kind of just reshaped me. They're like, eat healthier, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Work out more, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And then it was because of that depression, I let go of vices so easily, and then kind of moved on. And like it was easy to be more disciplined, so that led to the weight loss. One of them actually told me to grow a beard. I grew
Hell
the
yeah.
beard. I did. He actually redid my headshots.
Nice.
And then I started getting booked a lot more.
Mhm.
And so I started booking roles. I actually booked my first like feature.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
High
And
five.
so I was the main villain.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so I had like
That's cool.
I had the big weight loss, cleaned up diet that led to like better discipline, obviously from boxing.
Yeah.
So it was like a big snowball effect actually from that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be where I am. Honestly, I wouldn't be where I am now without loss.
Wow.
Yeah. So hands down, actually, one of the biggest teachers.
Yeah.
Loss
true.
and love and loss.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And that's, it's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking, but it's like, okay, like you can either let a moment break you or you can let it turn you into the person you want to be.
Yeah.
Because, like holding on to vices and like, realizing all that. And then obviously being here in the studio, she didn't get to see this. And then, when she passed, I was like, okay, I want to get it booked. And we had like multi-month long bookings, like booked my first feature role, got into better shape. And then it was just kind of like, even though it obviously hurts to lose someone and, I think there's like a part that always will a little bit. It's like you can always, like Bruce Wayne said, like you can fail in life, don't fail them in death,
Yeah.
and use that like, okay, I'll
That's
be
great.
all the things that I wanted to be for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome.
And for yourself too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I saw a thing the other day. I'm trying to like remember how exactly it went, but it was sort of this like diagram showcasing how grief works and sort of this idea that you think that like if it's a circle that it like is like if it's like you're just like a white circle and then the grief is red and it just fills the circle with red, right? That it would like healing is the red fading back into white, but instead it's just the red staying there, but your circle just gets bigger.
I like
sort
that.
of this idea of like that will always stay with you, but
Yeah.
it's not your entire identity and it doesn't like take over your life and it doesn't go away completely, but
Yeah.
it's still part of you. It's just you've become more of yourself and learning who you are. And so, yeah, I saw that picture. I was like, oh, yeah. Because I think we get in our head that, like, when horrible things happen or it's, like, tough times that you think that it could either break you or that you're going to be there forever and you have to heal from it completely
Yeah.
and don't even think about it anymore. But, like, sort of that idea that, like, no, that stays with you and that's okay. Just learn to live with it and keep going kind of thing. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I like that. That's beautiful.
yeah, and I probably put it wrong, but I saw the image in my head.
No,
as we were
don't worry.
talking. I was
I
like,
feel like
"Yeah."
I've butchered several quotes
Yeah,
during
it's all right.
this. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
but
any of the Batman are watching this, they're like,
they're like, man, he doesn't know. But yeah, no, it's fine. And that was one question I was actually going to ask you was, are you becoming what you want to be?
yeah, I
Yeah.
would actually say yes. Obviously really happy. I went to school for business administration with a focus on entrepreneurship, and I always had this idea that I wanted to start a business. Of course, I graduated right into COVID where business was shutting down instead of
Yeah.
opening up.
Yeah.
But it is something I've always wanted to do, and it's definitely brought me like a lot of joy, a lot of great memories. Like literally on this couch would be full with musicians and writers, and we'd be laughing and eating food
That's so
together,
cool.
and someone
Yeah.
would be in the booth, and
Wow.
yeah, just like the kind of energy that's come out of this has been beautiful. And the acting obviously brings me so much joy, meeting people on set, and like being able to do something like this.
Yeah.
Like this is actually something really beautiful and something I always kind of thought about actually, because I'll go on set and I'll meet somebody, and like I actually hope some of them are watching this,
Yeah.
because I feel even to this day very, very fondly of meeting these people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like I hope they know when I said I would love to hang out with you. Yeah, I'd love to grab a cup of coffee or lunch or something. I mean that, and you guys are great.
Yeah.
Because there are people I've met over multiple sets. Like
Yeah.
I'll bump into them, and then it's like having a best friend
Yeah.
for like a day, 2 days, 3
Yeah.
days, 4
Yeah.
days, and then it's like understanding like everyone gets busy,
Yeah.
but it's like, man, like those moments you're reunited, it's like, oh, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're on this side. You're
Yeah,
here.
and it's like
Yeah.
immediately, like,
Oh,
because there
helps so
are
much.
some sets you go on and you're like, okay, I might be a little quiet, I might be off to myself, but the moment you see that person,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the moment, like I would like right out the gate, I'm gonna say Lorenzo, Chris, Marcus, like the moment I see these guys, Pranav, like I'm gonna be talkative as fuck today. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
I am gonna be loud. They are gonna be coming over like, okay,
Quiet
so we're
off
doing a
there.
take. Yeah,
Yeah. That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so like I am so glad like you decided to do this.
Yeah.
You know, like I think a lot of actors have that like, oh dude, I want to reach out, I want to connect.
Mhm.
And I am glad like you took it on you to
Yeah.
like, do this.
I just wanted an excuse because it's tough sometimes. You're like, I just want to like get to know this person better. I want to like hang out with them, but like that's like weird to ask them sometimes because you're just like, do you want to hang out? And they're like, what are you trying to sell me? I'm like, no, I'm not selling you anything. I just want to hang out.
Yeah,
So this was like a great excuse to just get to like hang out with people and reconnect and stuff like
yeah,
that.
and
So
talk about stuff.
yeah,
too.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I did a lot of talking.
that's the point. You're good. That's
Yeah,
it. I
okay.
wanted
Woo.
you to.
I was feeling guilty
Oh,
at some point. So I'm
how
like, man.
how brutal would it be? It was like, hey, thanks for being on. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Man.
I always can talk. If it's the right company, I will, as you can tell, I will
Yeah.
be going.
Good. Well, it's good. And then this has been so much fun. Thank you for being on. I always ask somebody, every person that I have on, this question at the very end, if we have time, and it's how do you want to be remembered?
Oof. Wow.
Yeah.
You know, actually, that's not too hard. I want to be remembered as someone who made people's lives a little bit better. Yeah. You know, like as someone who genuinely gets happiness from making people laugh
Yeah.
or being there for someone like in an emotional capacity.
Mm-hmm.
That brings me joy knowing that people's lives are better.
Yeah.
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 And so I want to be remembered as he was a good guy. You
Good
know?
guy.
He was a good
We
guy.
liked
You
him.
know, like
Yeah.
yeah, just brought his best energy, unapologetic. Was there, was present.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
did his best.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, we don't really know each other that well. Like we met on set, but I immediately felt that from you. It was like he's just a good guy, or it's like I could just be myself around him, but also like sometimes you run into people on set, you're like what you talked about, like just being authentic from the start. You kind of feel that sense of inauthenticity right away because they're going through something, or there's a mask, or they're just trying to get through the day,
Or they don't even know themselves yet.
or
So
they
how
are
can they be
true.
themselves?
And and so you sort of just like, okay, cool, but like you carried this such like grounded weight that was just like, yeah, I'm me. What's up?
Yeah.
And that was so nice to be on because you just run a lot of people that aren't themselves.
Yeah,
So
you know, like I like being
yeah.
around good people, and I think when you put good energy out,
yeah,
people are attracted to
Yeah,
it, and the
yeah,
right people are attracted
true.
to it. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's and yeah, that when we started talking, I was like, oh,
This is
this
the
guy.
guy. But that was that's something I have to work on a lot. Is I grew up kind of worried about how people thought about me, so I sort of would think about who could I be that people already like and just pretend to kind of be like them. So I had this weird thing. It wasn't until high school that I really got on my shell, but there was like a period that I went through where I would kind of like try to bring the essence of comedians
Okay.
because, and it's kind of cringy to think about, but it's sort
No,
of that
okay.
people are like, oh, people love this person, love how they operate. Let me just be like them. So then they just like them. So they're like me. And the more I did that throughout like high school and college, the more it kind of created that inauthentic conversation because people weren't seeing me for me.
Yeah.
So it created this like mask that I was wearing that I really had to take, and I still work at it, to like get off and just be myself and be cool with just being me in front of people. And so yeah, it's cool to hear that you've like gone through that and are like working through that journey, because I think that happens a lot out here in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
but-
LA and just in life too, because you know, like we're constantly evolving, so we're constantly changing. So there are times where we're figuring ourselves out, and it's not that we're intentionally being inauthentic. It's that, you know, we got to work through figuring out, you know, who we are, because we have chapters,
Mhm.
but who we were 10 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago isn't who we are now, and who we are now isn't who we're going to be 10 months from now,
True.
a year from now, 2 years
Yeah,
from
that's
now.
crazy to think about.
Yeah.
This version of us right now is
Yeah.
like the only time we're ever going to be this way.
Yeah.
And like a year from now,
what
we'll look back and be
we
like,
like,
"Whoa."
what we talk about, what we're watching, like
Yeah.
all of that changes. What you think about on
Yeah.
a day-to-day basis, who you think about on a
Yeah.
daily basis.
Yeah.
You know, like everything can change. So give yourself grace too. You know, like if you're ever feeling, guilty about authenticity or feeling guilty about, being who you are, also remember we don't always know who we are because we're constantly changing.
Yeah, true.
And suddenly things that we really connect to, we stop connecting
Yeah.
to. And when that happens, it's not to say that person wasn't us. It's just who we aren't
Yeah.
now.
Dang.
Yeah.
You're so full of wisdom. Are you like 40 or something? Or are you like
Oh man, actually, how old do you think I am?
Dude, I thought you were like 25. Are you 25? How old are you?
Guess again.
Older? Younger?
I'll let you guess.
I feel like you're like secretly older. Are you? How old are you?
29.
You're 29?
Yeah.
Shit.
I always get younger.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm usually smiling.
Yeah. True. But yeah, I was like, yeah, he's got wisdom. Yeah, you're 29. Nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm 25, so I'm just like a little baby still. My brain just developed.
Hey, well, even still, we're all figuring it out. Life, we're always figuring out something new.
Yeah.
And like, when I was 25, I loved who I am. Now that I'm 29, I love who I am.
Yeah.
So as long as you're happy with who you are, like, and not to say you got to be 100% happy. You got to be like, can't be like, yeah, I woke up and I did 100 push-ups. I ate just kale all day. And
yeah.
It's got to be, like, you're on the right track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on the right track.
Yeah, I would say that's my biggest advice. If you feel like you're on the right track, that's the best.
Yeah.
That's the best.
And if you might fall off, get back on.
Yeah. Like any anxieties, anything like that. I mean, obviously easier said than done, but all you can do is the best that you can do. Once you've done that, life handles the rest. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, dude, for being on. This has been awesome.
I actually have a question for you.
Oh, shit. What? Bring it on.
Who do you think you are now?
That's a good question. You should start a podcast and do that.
Has anyone ever asked you a question?
Once in a while.
Once in a while? Okay.
But the question is, who do I think I am now?
Yeah, who do you think you are? That sounds like
you are.
But because there's a difference between who we are and who we think we are.
Yeah, I don't know. I think someone that's in pursuit of a goal that I don't fully understand the goal, but I know it's there. Like I feel like I'm pushing forward through sort of this like dense fog of trying to figure out life, and so it's just I feel determined. I feel like I'm a someone that perseveres and stuff like that. I can't spell. I know that about me, but yeah, I just feel like I'm someone that despite pushes forward. And I feel like despite comes up a lot in my life of just sort of like, despite this, despite that, I keep going. So yeah, I don't really know fully who I am, I would say. And I don't know if I ever will, but it has been nice. I've been taking a lot of time to kind of figure out who am I and who am I with other people and stuff. And
I like
been
that.
huge. So, but yeah,
I think you are trusting your heart, which I think is good.
Yeah.
You don't know the end goal, but you know to follow the path.
Yeah.
And that's that dense fog you're getting through.
Yeah.
You don't know exactly what's at the end of it, but you know you need to see it through.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I love that. Like I see that too.
Yeah.
I was genuinely excited when you reached out and I heard about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And trust the process, trust yourself. That's the best thing that I'm gonna say, because I can tell, genuinely I can tell, like, your heart's in it. You don't exactly know where it's gonna lead you, but you know it'll make sense once you get there. Yeah.
And I don't even know what there is. Like, I'll probably even get somewhere and not even realize that was the goal all along. And then I'll be like, and then years from now, I'll be like, oh, there you go, I did it. I did what I wanted to do.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I didn't even realize. Yeah. And that's the thing. In life, we have those aha moments where everything just kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like you can't see the forest from the trees, but like the moment you're at the end and you're like looking, you're like, oh, duh.
That's where I was.
Yeah, it's like that duh moment.
Yeah.
Like, of course.
True.
Yeah.
Dang. That's
so,
good though.
Yeah, no matter how lost you feel now or not.
Yeah.
Things will always make more sense later.
Oh, dude, yeah. The amount of decisions I wish I made later instead of then. Of just like, dude, what? That guy's your roommate? Seriously? or like that restaurant? Are you kidding me? Like all the things, or you're just sort of like, oh, how did you not see that? But yeah, that's sort of the hindsight is 2020 or
yeah.
I'm
everything.
I wear glasses myself. I'm wearing contacts right now. So
yeah.
So we're blind.
Yeah, we're blind.
Yeah. No,
what are your numbers?
-5 5.5.
Damn.
I'm blind as shit.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like legally, I don't think allowed to drive if I don't wear.
Yeah. No, me
Yeah.
neither. But I'm -3, -2.5.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
different?
Different.
That's
yeah.
annoying.
Yeah. Because I got an astigmatism in this eye, so it needs more. So,
Yeah, dang. But yeah, we're blind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They,
dude.
they don't call us Batman for nothing.
True.
Before I got contacts, I had to like scream to see everything.
That
Like,
location.
Yeah, that's such a like cool concept. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, so you guys here. I'll fuck around with this.
I'm gonna
one.
do
Yeah.
just some dolphin shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Daredevil. Yeah, I was watching clips of Daredevil. I was like, damn, that'd be kind of cool to just be a
pretty
superhero, but
badass.
also that'd be tough to.
Yeah.
only
If it
use
paid well, I would
echolocation.
do it.
Yeah.
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 Not
To
even
be a
paid-
superhero?
Yeah. Not even paid well. Can
you imagine?
Fucking paid.
yeah, I'll do it.
It would be so nice. Just hop in the Challenger, be like, all right, we're gonna drive around. Who am I gonna beat
Who
up?
am I gonna beat up tonight?
Where are
This
their bad
guy.
guys? Yeah.
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 I feel like that would be such a difficult job out here in LA. You
Oh
would
yeah,
be
see that's the thing.
stacked.
Like in Gotham City, like it's like kind of New York vibes where like you can like get around like
Yeah.
decently easily. LA, you hit traffic, you're like that guy's dying.
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
There's,
done.
yeah, there's an accident on the fucking
Yeah.
5. Like
Yeah.
Joker's getting in the way.
Well, they like watch. I mean, it was in New York, but watching the Spider-Man movie where Doc Ock's throwing shit on the freeway
Yeah.
in the new one with Tom Holland, I'm like, yeah, that's just LA.
Yeah.
That's just a guy, like a dude with a freaking vacuum cleaner trying to clean the
Yeah,
interstate.
that's
in
someone who like
jorts, and you're like,
reprogrammed a Tesla bot.
Yeah,
and,
exactly. And
That's
it's
the
just
kind
like,
of crap we're gonna get.
Yeah.
And instead of having superheroes, we're gonna have like a really brave crackhead to like
fucking
go in, like,
send him in.
yeah,
Send him in. That's all we have. Yeah, we're gonna fight like everyone on the island. We're just gonna send one guy.
Yeah.
It's just John with crack.
But yeah, also like literally going back to Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Spider-Man Homecoming,
Yeah.
where he's just sprinting in the like field, like the golf.
Oh,
course,
yeah.
there's nothing to
Yeah,
see,
you
and it's like,
can't
this
swing.
Sucks.
Yeah,
You're just
I don't
running
think
through it.
everyone thought about it. They're like, what would happen if he
Yeah,
couldn't? And
I
then that's
thought
what
that
happened.
was great that they
Yeah,
acknowledged that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like if we had Spider-Man, people are like, oh, I'd love to be Spider-Man. I'm like, in LA, no.
No, not in LA.
You're just gonna run everywhere.
You would have to stay in downtown
You
LA.
can punch people really well, and you're sticky.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you're John the Crackhead. Exactly. Well, shit. Thanks for being on, man.
Yeah,
This has been
thank you
awesome.
for having me.